Now, footballer Wayne Rooney will be around for years and years to come if a prediction by a psychic is anything to go by. He and his wife Colleen visited a psychic recently where he was told that he would live a long and healthy life. However, Colleen was told she might not live as long as Wayne. So, should you listen to the words and the warnings of a psychic?
Well, you see, it's like everything else in life. There are charlatans out there. There are a lot of people who you know, prey on the vulnerable. And there's that in every walk of life. I personally know a couple who were very good friends of mine who have advised me on certain things.
A couple of psychics,
A couple of psychics, and I do listen to what they say. I don't make my life by it, I don't rule my life by it, but it's a little bit of something that is in the back of my head if it does come up.
So what? You make decisions by what they say, or...?
Yeah. You see, the thing is...
Change things that
we
you
all
do.
we all have that little thing called the solar plexus, and sometimes when we get told something, it goes off.
You mean your gut feeling?
Yeah, that gut feeling.
Right.
Yeah, that's right, it's your gut.
Yeah. You've had a problem with that,
Yeah,
haven't you?
and sometimes
The solar plexus.
it does go off. And that is a little warning saying, don't think you should go into that. But sometimes we go into things because of circumstance, or we think, oh, that can't happen. And actually, that's going, whoa, whoa, whoa. But sometimes the psychic tells, just listen to that a little bit more.
Well, I get that feeling every time I go near a psychic. So I don't go near them.
Carol,
it's a waste of money.
You've just got Wurzel gummidge going on with your hair because it's sticking
Oh,
on your,
it's
sticking on your
earpiece.
wire.
Yeah.
That's how much I love you.
Look, Jane, you know, you're a very strong woman. You've got a very strong mind.
I have.
Why haven't you got the confidence of your own decisions?
No, I have got a lot of
Why do you have to go
confidence.
and see these people, pay them money? And I know I'm
don't.
not calling you...
I don't.
She gets it for free, they're her friends.
They're my friends. But also, I
most
don't
people
have to.
don't.
I don't have to come on here and justify my beliefs, and I'm not here to preach to anyone. You've got your belief, I've got my belief. I believe in the afterlife. You don't.
I know. So you believe them.
I believe there is something else much bigger than we are out there. And if I'm getting a little help and a little bit of comfort from knowing that I'm going to see my dad again or my grandma, then that's my belief. I'm not here to preach to anybody or to convince you.
No, you don't have to convince me.
This is just me.
No, I don't understand it, and I would love to have that faith. I would love to have that belief. I would love to have someone prove to me that there is something else. There is something else to believe in, or they could tell me something that I absolutely know they couldn't possibly know that might happen, that does happen. But it never has. No one's ever proved me wrong.
I wonder why.
Well, you know, Jane,
Yeah.
I've seen a few psychics. I've seen a few. People have said to me, you know, tarot card reader, you really should go and see this person. You go and see them, and I'm just like, I mean, I do kind of glaze over when they start because it's just stuff that they know.
But
It's
Jane,
generic
can I
stuff.
just ask you something as well? The fact, isn't there a difference, though, between someone like a tarot card reader or someone who calls himself a psychic to a medium, who is someone who can communicate with someone who has passed on?
I think what Wayne and Colleen have been to, I believe, is like we would call a fortune teller or a psychic, isn't it? Looking into the future. They're not supposed to tell you when you're going to die anyway, are they? Really, is what they say.
Well, I didn't think they were supposed to.
No, I didn't think they were supposed to. But I think that I'm a bit like you, that I don't. You know, I don't have a particular strong faith, which I would like to have because I've seen how much it helps people. I just don't have it. I myself have been to see somebody thinking that they can predict the future. But I feel personally that people go, certainly I've gone, when you've got a major life decision to make and you're veering towards path A. So you go and see the psychic in the hope that they tell you to go down path A. If they tell you to go down path B, you come out and go, well, they're rubbish. Rubbish. Because you've already decided to go down path B. And I've just watched too much of Derren Brown, who's a genius, who has kind of dispelled the myths that you know, and we all know that there are some people who have been proved to be charlatans who, of course, are preying on the vulnerable, the phrase that you used, filling theatres with, you know, saying that they are, you know, all these sorts of things and communicating with the dead. which they're not. I'm not saying that there aren't people who can, because I don't know. I just don't believe there are. But there's been enough people disproved.
Do you think it's a bit like horoscopes in that, you know, you...
Well, you believe the good ones,
You
don't
believe
you?
the good ones, yeah, exactly.
And then you can't remember. You read a horoscope, 2 seconds later, you can't remember what it says.
Oh, I can remember one said the other day, I won't say which one, is quite a famous person, it was in one of the papers, and I can remember it kind of stuck out on me because it was such a... Normally they only say lovely, fluffy, general things, and this said, I'm a Libra, typical Libran reaction. It said something like, you're going to find out that something you've been doing is completely wrong, and you're going to be found out that you don't know as much as you think you do. And I thought, what have I done this? What have I done?
Was that just in a newspaper?
It was just in the newspaper, and I've been racking my brains thinking, what do I...
But you've said there that there's nothing to prove that there is that, but there's nothing to prove that it isn't, because you don't know.
There's more to prove that there
But you
isn't than to
don't.
prove than there is, Jane. In my personal
But
experience...
that's only your belief.
But where does yours come from then?
Because I've had so much proof. I can't
There's
not
always some people that have more,
not
though. But there's so many people that have seen ghosts, and I haven't seen one, and lots of people who've seen extraterrestrials, but they always live in America and they've got a porch door that flaps like that. And they've always seen extraterrestrials. And the thing about ghosts is I've had so many people who've said, oh, I'll come back, or not just me personally, but other people have said, my mum said she'd come back and visit. And the only person that people seem to see, a lot of them, is Lady Jane Grey, who's got a white frilly thing on and a candle. And we didn't know her. We're not bothered about her.
Denise, it's important to say that, you know, we're not saying that anybody who believes in it or has had an experience is a liar.
Like some.
I don't think they're lying. It's just that I don't believe them. And I'm not being... No, it's not. I'm not trying to be funny. I know you're not lying, Jane, because
really
you're not a liar.
I'm
but
not.
I can't believe it.
I know.
I just
Because it
can't
hasn't
believe
happened
it.
to you.
No, and I don't think it
I think it's a
will.
shame that it
52
hasn't. I don't know
years.
why it's happened
Well,
to
to
me
be fair,
and not
though,
to you.
if I was a ghost, I'd think, shall I go and see Carol? You're all right. OK, it's competition time again. Here's your chance to see how you could win today's luxury cruise and £1,000 spent.